Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed about final accounts of a not-for-profit organization. There we studied about receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account, balance sheet. These are the final accounts that you understood. And the features of receipt and payment account, how the receipt and payment accounts are prepared or maintained, that you understood in the last class itself. Now, in this class, we will discuss something about income and expenditure account. This is the second one in the final accounts, okay? At the end of the year, these accounts are closed. What do you mean by income and expenditure account? How it must be or how it is prepared, that we need to understand. See the sentence, income and expenditure account is the summary of income and expenditure. This is the summary of income and expenditure. Means current year or this year, this accounting year, whatever the incomes or expenditures are there, whether we earned income or the amounts are spent, that to current year, then it is recorded in the income and expenditure account. If the total amount of incomes or expenditures are there, or revenues or receipts and payments are there, then it is recorded in the receipt and payment account. Current year, previous year, and succeeding year means next year. Total summary is recorded in the receipt and payment account, but income and expenditure account is also called as a summary of income and expenditure, but the current year in summary receipt of income and expenditure. In this account, we record in the debit side all the expenditure, credit side we record all the incomes. What type of incomes? Whether revenue receipt or capital receipt, that we need to understand. Usually, current year transactions of revenues are recorded credit side, current year expenditures are recorded here. Whether if in the transaction we have the information of current, past and next year, means succeeding year income is there, total amount is given, then you must deduct past year means previous year and next year related transactions or revenues or expenditures must be adjusted with the total amount, so that you can record current year inflows and outflows, incomes and expenditures. Okay, so debit side expenditure, credit side income. In the amount column, concerned amount is recorded in front of that item. Okay, before moving towards or understanding about that, we need to understand the meaning of expenditure. As you know, if the expenses or amount is spent for a purpose, if its usage is there more than a year, then that is one type of expenditure. Within a year, its benefit is there. For spending money, if you are getting benefit more than 1 year, that is one type of expenditure. Within a year, that its benefit ends, or within a month its benefit ends, then that is treated as another type of expenditure. See, whenever expenditure are made, means for the purpose of making payment, or expenses are made for a purpose other than the settlement of existing liability, it is called as expenditure. So that is called as expenditure. Next one, what do you mean by revenue expenditure and capital expenditure? If the benefit of expenditure extends up to one accounting year, it is termed as revenue expenditure. For example, see, within a year, whatever the amount is spent, if its usefulness or utilization of that the amount means for spending that much amount, if you are getting benefit within a year, if the benefit extends up to one accounting year, means within a year its benefit ends, then it is treated as revenue expenditure. For example, salary. As you know, a employee worked, okay, he performed his work or he completed a work. At that time, at the end of the month, after completing that, he'll earn the salary. Whether that for making the salary payment, whether the benefit is more than a year or within a year its benefit is available to the business, that is the important thing here. See, whenever rent is paid or salary is paid, its benefit is limited. Usually its benefit is limited to that year only. Means current year or the present year benefit is there from the salary paid to a employee. For making the payment to us employee, if the benefit is limited within a year, means its usefulness is limited to 1 year or current accounting year, then that expenditure is made, no, whatever the spending or the amount are spent on that employee for making the payment of salary, then it is treated as revenue expenditure. Another one is there, capital expenditure. If its usefulness or its benefit is extended up to 2 year, 3 year or more than 1 year, then it is treated as capital expenditure. So within a year the benefit ends, then it is revenue expenditure. If for spending money the benefit extends more than 1 accounting year, then it is treated as capital expenditure. For example, a machine is purchased for a business, means for the utilizing the machine for business purpose, you purchase, means business purchased a machine. At that time that machine is useful for the business more than 1 year, so benefit extended up to 2 year, 10 year, 5 year, like that. So but the thing is that more than 1 year its usefulness is there, then that amount spent on that machine, means for purchasing the machine, whatever the amount is spent, that is treated as capital expenditure. If its usefulness is limited to 1 year, then that amount spent on that machine is treated as revenue expenditure. So within a year the benefit is limited, or within a year its usefulness ends, then it is revenue expenditure. It extends more than 1 year, then it is treated as capital expenditure. This is about capital expenditure or expenditure. Now we need to understand revenue receipt and capital receipt. What do you mean by revenue? Whenever a business while earning process, if the revenue is earned, while a business earned revenue, in return you need to make the payment, or there is no need to make the payment. On the basis of making the payment, if we divide the revenue, there we will get revenue receipt and capital receipt. Means, see, when if a receipt does not incur an obligation to return the money, or not in the form of sale of fixed asset, it is termed as revenue receipt. If a business is there for receiving some money, after receiving the money, there is no need to return the money. There is no compulsion for returning the money. For example, if you have a business and you got 2 lakh rupees, but there is no necessity that you need to return that 2 lakh rupees. In such case, that is termed as revenue receipt. For example, sale of fixed asset. Okay, whenever fixed asset is sold, at that time, if we need to return the money, means that fixed assets value we need to return, because we purchase, means we need to make the payment or receive the payment. What action we need to do, whether we need to make the payment or receive the money. When goods are sold or a fixed asset is sold, whether we will receive the revenue or we will make the payment. As obvious this one, that whenever goods are sold or anything is sold, means fixed asset is sold, then the seller must receive the revenue. If after receiving the revenue there is no need to return the money, because we got the after receiving the money for making for selling the asset, then that receipt, means how much amount we received for selling that fixed asset, that is treated as revenue receipt. Okay, for example, a building, it is a fixed asset, no? After purchasing, if there is no need to return the, after selling, okay, after selling a building, if there is no need to return the money after receiving the revenue, then that receipt is revenue receipt. Okay, a building purchased or sold. When we will receive the revenue? Whenever something is sold. In return, we usually earn the revenue. Okay, a building is sold to a customer. the customer need to make the payment, he will make the payment of that building's value. When we receive the revenue, if there is a need to return the money, there is an obligation or compulsion to return the money, then that is treated as revenue receipt. Okay. Next one is, if the receipts imply an obligation to return the money, these are capital receipt. If there is no need to return the money, then that is revenue receipt. If after getting some benefit or after receiving the revenue, if you need to return the money, then that is treated as capital receipt. Okay. Whenever we receive the revenue, if you need to return the money or revenue, at that time that is treated as capital receipt. So if whatever the amount is received, if it needs to be returned, then that is treated as capital receipts. Okay. For example, if owner brings additional capital, as you know, that is returned to that owner. Okay. In that case, it is treated as capital receipt. Or if we borrow some amount from a bank, as obligation is there is a compulsion that after some time we need to return the borrowed money or loan. So that amount is treated as capital receipt. We received the revenue, that is treated as capital receipt because there is an obligation to return. If there is no need to return the money, whatever the revenue we received, then that is treated as revenue receipt. Okay. Capital receipt, we need to return. If there is no need, then it is treated as revenue receipt. Next one. Here we have difference. Before that, I'll explain the income and expenditure account. It's about that we need to understand. Already we understood that in the debit side, means expenditure side, all the expenditures are recorded, current year expenditures, and credit side, current year incomes are recorded. Whatever the difference will come, means if debit side balance is more and credit side balance is less, then that is treated as, the difference is called as deficit. Remember, excess of expenditure over income, the result will be deficit. It is recorded in the balance sheet's liability side as a deduction from capital fund. As you know, in the balance sheet we write in the liability side capital fund. Instead of capital, we write there capital fund. Okay. As you know, profit and loss account, if the profit is there or we suffer loss, then that is also adjusted in the balance sheet itself. But it is in trading concern. If not for profit organization is there, then the result will be surplus or deficit. This income and expenditure account is there, no? This one is similar to profit and loss account. As you know, in the profit and loss account, debit side we record all the expenses, direct and indirect expenses are recorded. Credit side, all the revenues are recorded, isn't it? The result will be gross profit or net profit, gross loss or net loss. Net profit or net loss will be there. Similar to that, this income and expenditure is there. Okay. Here, if the result is deficit, then it is deducted from capital fund. If the result is surplus, then it is added to capital fund. This is about income and expenditure account. In this account, only current period revenues are recorded. All the items of revenue are recorded, but current period means current year, this year, revenues are recorded. Previous year or next year, revenue or expenditure, whichever may be, that is not recorded. If the total amount is given, maybe any revenue or any expenditure is there, previous year or succeeding year, means next year amount is there, then it is deducted. But only current year amount is recorded in the income and expenditure account. And after preparing this account, if the result is surplus or deficit, it is transferred to capital fund. Okay, shown in the balance sheet. So income and expenditure account is prepared on accrual basis with the help of receipts and payments account along with the additional information regarding the outstanding and prepaid expenses and depreciation of any asset. See, in this account, only current year revenues or expenditures are recorded, and that is also prepared with the help of receipt and payment account. As you know, receipt and payment account holds current year, next year, previous year. All the revenues and expenditures are summarized, but it is a total amount of all these, means previous, current and next year amount. Total amount is considered and it is recorded in the receipt and payment account. But in the income and expenditure account, only current year revenues or expenditures are recorded. And also the expenditures, means prepaid expenses or depreciation, outstanding expenses are not at all recorded, means non-cash expenses, maybe prepaid expense or depreciation, whichever may be, that is there, that is not recorded in the receipt and payment account, but in this account it is recorded. Remember, receipt and payment account, these non-cash expenses are not recorded. If income and expenditure, if we prepare at that time, it is recorded, because we need to find out the actual result of that not-for-profit organization. Okay, this is about income and expenditure account. Now we are going to discuss about difference between income and expenditure account. The first one is nature. It is like income and expenditure account is like a profit and loss account. It is similar to profit and loss account, but receipt and payment account is there, no? That is a summary of cash book. It is a summary of cash book, means only once a single item or a single revenue is recorded on date wise or chronologically, one after another. It is not recorded, means if in a month 2 or 3 times a expense is done, at that time it is recorded only once. Total amount is recorded, means summary is written. Next one is nature of items. In the income and expenditure account, revenues or revenue natures, whatever revenues are there, no, the incomes of revenue nature is recorded, means revenue receipts are recorded. And in the receipt and payment account, it is recorded, revenue nature incomes are recorded, but the thing is that preceding, succeeding and current year, all those periods amounts are total amount is recorded. Next, in the income and expenditure account, debit side, this account records expenses and losses, and in the receipt and payment account, debit side, this account records the receipts. Only receipts are recorded, but in the income and expenditure account, expenses and losses are recorded. And credit side of income and expenditure account, income and gains are recorded, but in the receipt and payment account, only payments are recorded. Next, in this income and expenditure account, depreciation is included. As already I told you, non-cash expenses are recorded, but in receipt and payment account, non-cash expenses are excluded, means it is not recorded. And in the income and expenditure account, there is no opening balance. As you know, in the receipt and payment account, we record the opening balance, means of cash and bank. See here, in this receipt and payment account, we record balance brought down and balance carried down. That is opening balance of cash in hand and cash at bank, and closing balance of cash in hand and cash at bank is recorded. But in the income and expenditure account, we are not recording the opening and closing balance account, balance of that account. So opening balance and closing balance will be there, will not be there, means there is no opening balance in the income and expenditure account. But in the receipt and payment account, beginning represents cash in hand, and at the end there will be closing balance. And if there may be bank overdraft, if in this account, if there is a balance, see the receipt and payment account, if debit side, while opening, credit side balance brought down is there, that is bank overdraft, and at the end closing, if the bank overdraft, means balance brought down is there, that is balance brought down is recorded debit side, that is bank overdraft. Okay, this is about the income and expenditure account and receipt and payment account difference. So opening balance will not be there in income and expenditure account, but in the receipt and payment account you can observe the opening and closing balances of cash in hand and cash at bank. This is about these accounts difference. These are the lists of capital receipt and revenue receipt, capital expenditure, revenue expenditure. Only examples, okay? Here you can observe capital receipt, life membership fees. As you know, this is a huge amount. Capital receipts, these are recorded in the balance sheet liabilities side. So amount received on sale of fixed asset, special donations, capital fund, all these are there, no? All these are huge amount. That's why it is treated as a capital fund. So it is added to balance sheet, liability side, capital fund. That's why the capital fund accumulates, means the capital fund year by year it increases. Okay, remember balance sheets liability side we record capital fund, it increases from year to year because yearly the funds are raised this much. These are different capital receipts, different types of varieties of capital receipts that is recorded in the balance sheet. Okay, these when we observe, for example, we consider a special fund or special donation. That is a huge amount. That's why it is recorded in the balance sheet, liability side, capital fund. Okay, revenue receipt. These are not at all that much huge amount. That's why it is recorded as a revenue receipt. Okay, this much amounts are there. If current year revenue receipts are there, then it is recorded in income and expenditure account. Previous year or succeeding year revenue receipts are also included with the current year, then it is treated as revenue receipt, but it is recorded in the receipt and payment account. Total amount is recorded in the receipt and payment account. Capital expenditure is the similar to capital receipt. Okay, these are all recorded in the balance sheet itself. Okay, this much amount is there. This is huge amount, but revenue expenditures are small amount. Interest paid, rent paid, salary paid. The usefulness or utilization of these whenever the expenditure is done, no, the benefits are within the year. Then that is treated as revenue expenditure. For example, if rent is paid or interest is paid, at that time its benefits, it's whenever the amount is spent, no, for that we will receive something in return. That benefit is limited within a year. Okay, so then it is revenue expenditure. This is about revenue expenditure, capital and revenue receipt. Okay, this is the end of today's session. In the next class we will discuss much more about balance sheet and steps of income and expenditure account. Thank you for watching.